it managed to sneak up on me.
My name is Lorrie. Welcome to
Just
We
reading
Are
over my
Quilters.
production notes here. Under 10 topics again today. That's the way I like to keep it. And I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 topics again today. Ooh, maybe 8's my lucky number. At any rate, I don't have a lot to talk about. Happy Valentine's Day. Yes, it is. It's amazing that it's February 14th already. Tomorrow is my granddaughter's birthday. She will be 2. I hope my son and daughter-in-law are ready for those terribles. Just saying. She's a sweet little thing. Scarlett is a sweet little thing, so hopefully she won't have terrible twos. She'll just be sweet until she hits 13. Anyway, today, since we're talking Valentine's Day, over the years, I have made Dan a couple cute little things for Valentine's Day. You might remember this from last year, and it has some Grinchy things and some Grumpy Cat in the borders and in the blocks, because those are things that he really likes. And I also have this from a few years ago, and it says, "I love thee, let me count the ways to infinity and beyond." And that's a wall hanging from my door because I have taken down what I call the Texas Treasure Snowflake. It worked way too well. We had snow on the ground here in the Panhandle, West Virginia, from January 6th until like the 22nd or 23rd, which is pretty unusual here. That would be why we come here in the winter time, because it snows, but then it usually melts within a day or two. Not that storm. So the snowflake came down. I also, one of the first things I did on the big quilt machine, and it's just swoop-de-loop-de quilted, was this very big quilt. These are all 2.5-inch blocks, and somewhere in there I put a heart, so it could be for him. And this quilt is very long. It's longer than the 96 because it has a pillow. It's long enough that you can tuck pillows in. I did it that way on purpose because I thought at that point in my life, if we ever made the bed, I'd like to tuck the pillows in and make it look fancy. No, we don't do that every day. Retired is as retired does. Just saying. Just saying. So in the meantime, oh, here I am saying so. I watched a video about that. That is one of the biggest crutch words when you're speaking on video. I need to get rid of it. So if you notice I take a pause, I'm getting rid of the word so. And I'm not talking S-E-W, so. I'm talking so, like I'm thinking and I have been working on the alphabet quilt, topic number 2. I have been working on the alphabet quilts for Sadie and Scarlett. I have 2 panels of alphabets, and I'm going to make these quilts the same since these little girls, my great niece, Sadie, and my darling little granddaughter, Scarlett, are only a year apart in age. And Sadie thinks Sadie is so funny. She just loves baby Scarlett. Like, she's so much bigger than Scarlett. But I'm going to make these 2 a twin pair quilts. The only difference will be one says Sadie at the top and one says Scarlett at the top. And I am almost done with their names as far as outlining them with embroidery stitches so it stands out a little more. Then I get to start the alphabet blocks, and I have something in mind for that. Easy, kinda, but something in mind. I finished the blocks from Monday, the 5 little cute blocks. I sat down while Dan was reading to me, and I did the embroidery with the green blanket stitch or buttonhole stitch, whatever you want to call it. And I added leaves, I added flowers, and I added a cute little seed bead to each set of flowers. I think they turned out very nicely. Topic number 3. I did finish Scarlett's birthday quilt just in the nick of time. Let me show you the aha moment. I have it on the counter with a cutting mat in the kitchen, and I am trimming it. I made this fancy schmancy label for it, and you're going to have to wait to see it until I have it with her and I can take a picture of her and hopefully nugget with the quilt, because that will make it a perfect quilt. Topic number 4. For those of you who have been playing along, I did make out a UFO list. I posted one, and some people even sent them back. If you are playing by number, the number for February is number 8. That means on my list, and here's my list, that means I am going to make a quilt from panel pieces. So I will need to get on that. I have some creative thinking to do because I have a panel piece and then I found another one that will match it perfectly. So it just got bigger in my mind. Just saying. So if you're playing along, pick something from your list and do it, and please share it and say, hey, this is my UFO project. You can contact me if you look in the comments below. There are many ways to contact me. Gmail if you want me to show your project, or if I happen to notice you've posted on Facebook, I can take it off my Facebook page. But those are 2 ways to get it to me. So I hope you join in and you finish a UFO this month. I mean, you have until the middle of next month. Topic number 5. Or am I on topic number 6? Who knows? Anyway, I got to thinking about this, and Dan has finished 2 projects that I have not shared with you. In the wintertime, when it's too cold to go outside and fuss with things, he works on cross stitch. So he has finished a new sewing room cross stitch for me for the cabin. It was very simple. I think he paid $1/4 for the pattern. And he did change the colors. Normally he just goes with the colors, but it was so 70s and the colors were not colors that I liked. So he let me pick colors and he changed the colors for me. So this will be washed and framed and taken to the cabin. The next one is also a sign or a cross stitch that is going to the cabin. And this one is so perfect, the 2 of us in the cabin, because it has the wild animals, it's got the cabin look, and it has quilt blocks in the corners. And that was the way the pattern was made. And this book cost 50 whole cents, and it has a whole bunch of, it was called welcome signs, and I think it has like 10 welcome signs. So he's working on another one also that says welcome across the middle and has red roses in like 10 shades of red. I don't know how he's not losing his mind working on the 10 shades of red, but he seems to be enjoying that process. So some more of Dan's fantastic work. The next to the last thing that I have for you is an EQ8 coloring page back on, I guess it was this past Wednesday. And again, next Wednesday I'll post it. It is a wider coloring page to go with the wider Study in Scarlet quilt. if you want to do that. If not, and I love how every person makes a quilt their own creative process and product. None of them ever look the same, even if you follow the pattern, unless you have the exact kit and fabric. And who wants, well, I won't say that, because some people very much like that, but I never have bought a whole kit, and I've picked them up at thrift stores. I've bought kits on clearance, and that is the best way to buy yardage if you like the yardage it's in a kit, because it's much cheaper that way. But anyway, I've never made I didn't buy any kits that I liked it for the kit. I just bought it for the fabric. That was when I went to Connecting Threads in Connecticut. Oh my gosh, if you have never been to that big quilt store, it is a fantastic quilt store. I spent over $100 in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. And that was just going to the clearance section. That was not even going to any other place. That could be dangerous. They need to have a mortgage broker to take out an extra mortgage so you can shop there. Not that it's expensive, but because they have so much good stuff. Just saying, did you know you could still get a catalog from them? It's true. Go online, check it out. You can still get a paper catalog from them, or you can shop right online. And they have their clearance stuff online. I haven't shopped there for years because somebody else brought it up in a YouTube video, and I just had to check it out and get a catalog because I like catalogs. I like to flip the pages and ruminate and think about what I might buy, and then buy it after a week or two. I do that with my Amazon cart too. Put things in the cart, put things for later, and then sometimes I buy them, sometimes I don't. Anyway, enough about shopping and shopping for fabric. Check out Connecting Threads. The last thing I have for you, everyone's favorite topic. It is contributions from viewers. Yay! Anne sent us her first 2025 finish. And before I pop up the picture of Anne's quilt, I want to tell you a little bit about what she's been up to. Now, she retired this past year, and she made quilts for all of her closest coworkers, 7 of them, I believe. And she finished them and handed them out and went for lunch and had a nice visit. Well, she is done making ones for her coworker, so she came up with a good project that she and her ladies at her church are starting a group, and they are making quilts of valor for all of the veterans that are in the congregation with them. And I think she said 6 or 7 or maybe 8, but her first quilt is a Quilt of Valor quilt. Here it is. Ta-da! And thank you for sharing that with us. And it is nice, and it has, I'm going to go with manly colors. They're kind of muted and soft, and whatever veteran is getting this will love it. So I hope that you can share a picture with us as you're giving it to the veterans, or not. But thank you, Anne, for sharing it. We look forward to seeing more of those Quilts of Valor from you. That is my whole list for today. So I hope you have a fantastic weekend and a good Valentine's Day. Treat yourself to something good. Ice cream, chocolate. So treat yourself to something nice. Have a good weekend. See you later.
Thank you for watching.